AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Las Vegas Raiders. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
He was tackled.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw here. Here as he's taken down. Samson Abuka just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. I think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Run with Lindsay out of the gun. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, and needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they end up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And some space here. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Shaquille Griffin.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
18-yard line.
Guys with a carry on 2nd down. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's to his running back, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated,
and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you get the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Antonio Gibson on the return. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't done before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Gun. They'll look to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
And it's 3 and out.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. The connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. No catches for him in the... Wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
They're right down here looking for 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And again this time to the tailback. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A 2-yard.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Quarter with the score Raiders 7, Jaguars nothing.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. Through the opening, and there he goes. The 40. He's at the 30. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. The 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
4th down.
He'll drop to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
At the 41-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 41 yards on the ground. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. From 17 yards out. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone. So give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't give it. How does that change the mentality this go on?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field. And he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Second and 13. They'll find Lindsey here. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Jacksonville.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Now a strip. He loses the football. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very. Snap it to give to Lindsey. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
No gain there on the completion. Second and 10. Of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Here's second and 10. Back to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a third and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
It's fourth down.
They'll throw now on the final play. The Raiders trail on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
Flush to his right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Raiders 21. Jaguars nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but now it's 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for it. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. Yeah, the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. On 1st down, this is Geis. Down right around the 25. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Carlson is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
On the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Raiders are pouring it on.
Is good.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
Jaguars, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And the Jaguar first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Past the 20, and now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. 48 yards. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicked with an outside kick situation.
All about the numbers.
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
Whistle against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
2nd and 15. Jags get to him as down he goes.
A loss of 9 on the play.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. There he goes, right side.
Make everything happen.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great effort there. 61 yards. And the silver and black continue to roll. He's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Jaguars 8.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Yeah, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. They'll drop to throw. Connection made with Chanel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. He'll look to throw. He'll bite, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Max Crosby getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And that'll be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and forever. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he gets it down to the 32. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He can run for it, and he will. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
Throwing, Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. But after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Thaddeus Moss there to make the grab. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. They're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. Geis again. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee. And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you've got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They're moving on. They still have a chance to get to the big game. But let's not bury the team that lost. I think I do a lousy job of illuminating what a great year they had. Let's face it, when it's all said and done,